morning, everyone. Get that down, maybe. My name is Kathleen Kellett. I'm the Associate Dean of the Faculty of Arts at Ryerson University. Before we begin, I would like to give the Land Acknowledgment. We do this as a symbolic restorative act, one among many to follow, part of a wider and hopefully transformative reconciliation project here in the Faculty of Arts. Ryerson is on the territory of the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, and the Huron-Wendat. It is covered by the Dish with One Spoon Treaty, Treaty 13, and the Williams Treaties. The Faculty of Arts is committed to honoring our obligations to these nations and treaties and to justice for Indigenous peoples generally. Here is how we hope to begin that work. Our faculty is committed to hiring more Indigenous faculty and to bringing an Indigenous lens to our academic curriculum. We also hope to attract more Indigenous students and to create scholarships for them. We are committed to supporting the work of the Yellowhead Institute, an Indigenous-led research center housed in our faculty that provides critical support and resources to help Indigenous communities in their path towards self-determination. And now I would like to welcome you as honored guests and delegates to the Democracy Exchange Conference. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the organizers for putting on this important event today. I know how much work goes into this. The Faculty of Arts is once again proud to support Canada's Democracy Summit as a co-presenter. In these times of political uncertainty, there is never a more critical need for all of us to come together and become more civic-minded and engaged in democracy. Each of us has an interest in building stronger, more inclusive democratic structures and processes. In the Faculty of Arts, we are deeply committed to heightened and more meaningful democratic engagement. In fact, we are delighted to announce that our faculty, in collaboration with the University of British Columbia's Centre for the Study of Democratic Institutions, is launching the Institute for Future Legislators at Ryerson University. This new institute will provide those who aspire to public office hands-on training on how to become an effective legislator. We are grateful to the University of British Columbia, who developed this program, for giving us this opportunity to implement the program for the first time in Ontario. This opportunity will open up new pathways to our students as well as anyone in our community who has political aspirations. The Institute is just one example of all the ways that the Faculty of Arts serves to deepen its commitment to research and community-based discussion of democracy. Over the past few years, we announced our inaugural Jaroslawski Democracy Chair, Dr. Sanjay Riparelia, and launched the Democratic Engagement Exchange, led by Senior Advisor John Beebe. Both of these experts will be speaking tomorrow, so I hope that you have some time to take in their insightful panels. We also have the privilege of working with internationally renowned faculty, chairs, and distinguished visiting professors who are broadening conversations in the areas of democratic engagement, or organizing events that attract notable speakers from the political landscape. We hope that all of you can join us on February the 5th as we host an exciting panel with our current Lieutenant Governor, Elizabeth Dowdeswell, and her predecessor, the Honorable David Onley, for a lively discussion on the role of the vice-regal representative in our constitutional democracy. Thank you very much, and I look forward to a dynamic dialogue on how we can all come together to bring about change from the ground up. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathleen. By the way, in case you're wondering, my name is Natalie DeMonte. I'm the executive producer of the Democracy Exchange Summit. Happy to be here. Next up, I am happy to introduce, it's my pleasure to introduce the co-chairs of the Democracy Exchange, Anna Serrano, Karim Bardeesy, and Chris Cowperthwaithe.
Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for coming. We're so pleased to have you at Democracy Exchange 2019. I'm Karim Bardeesy, co-chair of this conference, along with Anna and Chris. And we're really excited to have you. Just a bit about the Ryerson Leadership Lab, one of the co-founders of this conference, along with the Open Democracy Project. Ryerson Leadership Lab is an action-oriented think tank based here at Ryerson, dedicated to building new leadership at all ages and stages in life, to bring leadership and public policy together and solve some of our most pressing public challenges which feels especially germane in this new year.
Hi, and I'm Chris Cowperthwaithe. I'm co-chair of the Open Democracy Project. The Open Democracy Project is a not-for-profit. We're working to empower people to drive change through civic and political action. We've got two programs, Democracy Kit and Democracy Exchange.
So to start, we wanted to thank Dr. Kathleen Kellett and the Ryerson Faculty of Arts for being such an important partner in this conference and for setting up the work that we have to do, not just today and tomorrow, but going forward. The Ryerson Faculty of Arts is one of 4 co-presenting partners at this conference, along with the Samara Centre for Democracy, the Luminate Group, and the Toronto Public Library. And they're all anchors in this new resurgent effort to build up our democracy, a democracy that works for everyone. A democracy that some people say, if you look just at the surface, isn't going so well. Decline in trust, concerns about how many people are voting, lack of public engagement, the rise of toxic authoritarian populism. That's what some of the people are saying about the state of our democracy today. But
we're looking past the surface. In fact, what we're really interested in is listening. And to that end, we know you guys are all listening. So could you just turn around or turn to your side and just say hello to your neighbor? Because I think we're going to be here for the next 3 days. Okay, that's enough of a hello. Enough of the hellos. There's going to be more of those later. This is actually what happened when we created our conference last year. This is exactly what happened. People were like, I haven't found my soulmate, my democracy soulmate. You guys have brought us all together. And so we thought, let's do it again. Maybe let's do it even bigger and better. And so on behalf of the entire planning committee, the people on the screen behind us, look at that, right? Many of whom are going to be spending time with us this weekend. We're really, really thankful for their generosity, for the time they took to help build this summit. And we're very excited. And on behalf of them, we're very excited to welcome you all. And the fact is, this year's conference, we've more than doubled our participation numbers. I actually have to read this because I can't believe that this has happened. More than tripled the number of activities and are sold out. So let's give ourselves a hand. So you know what that means? That means that you're going to develop more soulmates, democracy soulmates this weekend. And that's really important for us because as you'll hear many times this weekend, change starts and ends with us.
yeah, exactly. Thanks, Anna. We have different perspectives and we, I think, come from different places. Some of us are fierce partisans. Some of us work across partisanship. Some of us are nonpartisans. Some of us have all kinds of different ideological perspectives and some swear off ideology. Some of us are experts. Some of us are activists. Some of us are executives. Some of us are some of those things, more than one of those things. Some of us are none of those things. Some of us fight the experts. Some of us fight the activists. Some of us fight the executives. Even if we're not fighting, though, there's some things that also bring us together. We're students, moms, dads, partners, retirees, uncles and aunts, grandfathers and grandmothers, grandchildren and grandmothers. And we believe that better is possible. And I think something that's hopefully true in this room is that we believe that the democracy belongs to all of us, not just the already powerful, not just the people running the institutions. And in fact, I think we believe that when our democracy is working well, that we govern and that power is there to be gained, shared, or at least fought for. And we believe, and you'll see in your packs an op-ed that Anna and I co-wrote last week in the Toronto Star. We believe that democracy is a verb, and that involves activities like speaking, listening, gathering, eating. And we've got lots of different food options for you today and tomorrow. and that democracy, all those verbs are best practiced collectively. That democracy is a collective act, as you can see from some of the messages on this beautiful stage today.
And we really hope that you see this as more than just a weekend in January. We hope you see it as and experience it as something greater. Whether it's a campaign you're going to start in your community or it's developing your identity as a change maker, we hope that you're going to connect with each other on social media. We're using the hashtag DXC19, so please do share throughout the weekend for folks that aren't able to be here in this space today. Add others on social media and throughout the weekend. We're here. I just want to make sure, remembering that we're here to really support your vision, whether it's a vision for the city, the province, the country, beyond. And the best part, I think, about this whole summit is that we're here because you don't have to go it alone. We're here to connect and make sure that you've got support for your initiatives.
And the good news is there are actually institutions willing to support all of us. So our gold sponsors behind me, Canadian Film Centres Media Lab, the City of Toronto, Startup Here Toronto, the Gordon Foundation, the Morris J. Wask Centre for Dialogue at Simon Fraser University, and Navigator. All of our gold sponsors, Elections Canada, Inspire Democracy, Journalists for Human Rights, and Unifor, and a whole bunch of other partners that I'm not going to read, but without those kinds of institutions helping us, it's really impossible to do this kind of work. In addition to our sponsors, there's a lot of human power here. So this is what we call a handcrafted summit, and it's handcrafted by love, yes, by sweat, by tears, and by the commitment of so many people, like so many volunteers. This stage was built by those people, including my dad. So it's like, it's really exciting to have those types of people here. And
some blood was shed too. I mean, mostly paper cuts, but we know that we're going to hear later in this conference from some people who have more at stake than just paper cuts.
Yes, and they're very friendly, all of these people who have helped. Many of them are wearing DXC volunteer t-shirts. So if you have any requests at all, please go search them out and ask for their help.
Great. So we got started yesterday with Democracy Exchange Open Spaces, and over 100, dozens of you participated and got to see the amazing work that's happening across the city. And today, we have over 60 presenters from across Canada, the United States, and beyond, ready to inspire you. Dozens of workshops for you to engage and learn in smaller groups on the issues and tactics that might be of interest to you. And we've got a reception tonight, so remember, we are...
and a screening.
And a screening with Astor Taylor's What is Democracy?
Yeah, so on behalf of the Open Democracy Project and the Ryerson Leadership Lab, thank you once again for spending your weekend with us. And now on with the show, but before we begin, just some logistics. There will be programs on the screen, so it'll tell you, and the map, these things are all over the 7th floor. We're basically all on this floor, save a couple of workshops on the 8th floor. We'll try to stick to the schedules, although we're already late. And at the end of each day, you'll get an electronic survey for your feedback, which we'd love for you to check out. You can find that at Participant HQ, which is the yellow button on the top right-hand corner of the website. There are washrooms all around this U-shaped space. If when we're in this main stage, you may want to exit using the upper right stairs and then come back down this floor, just so that it'll be easier for everyone to get through. And again, the hashtag is hashtag DXC19. And I think that's it. Yeah.
One more thing. We've made our best efforts to accommodate the various needs that people might have at this conference. So we've got live closed captioning for people who need that in 2 of the rooms, this room and room A. And we've tried our best again to accommodate the various needs that people have. If you have any concerns, please come see Natalie or one of the co-chairs, and you can always ask for help from someone with the purple t-shirt.
Great. And now, in order to start us off, I'd love to call Michael Champagne, award-winning community organizer, public speaker, and a proud member of the Shamattawa First Nation, to the stage.